the third episode on my Uber ride this 25th day of November 2024. Welcome back. And we are just a minute away from my next pickup here. This is a reservation, so booked in advance, but I'm arriving basically on time here. It is currently 6 o'clock in the morning, early morning. Something I try to be aware of is I am aware I've got a fairly bright disposition, personality, and so when I meet people this early in the morning, I try not to be too enthusiastic, just because many people would not appreciate that. I perceive they appreciate something a little bit more toned down. So I try to mirror the energy of my riders, not in a bad way, like if they're just not wanting to be that exuberant in the morning. I try to match that energetic pace that they're at so that it's not too overwhelming for them. If I were to say, all the things that I want to say for my enthusiastic reference points. It is still dark out here. In the summer, it's usually bright by like 4 o'clock in the morning. In the winter, it'll probably be dark till like 8 o'clock now in the morning, and then it'll start getting dark again in the afternoon around it'll get dark in the winter around, I'd say like 4 or 5 eventually. Currently it's about 5:30, but yeah, okay, I'm just pulling up to this location here. So I'm not sure where I'm supposed to meet him though. Well, that's really unhelpful. Where do I meet this person? I don't know. Interesting. It just has me stopping in the middle here. And it looks like it's a little further on this way here. So let me just try to go this way here. In these new areas, sometimes it is challenging to say where I can find an individual. I think that's him, right? That's his place. Yeah, this must be it here, I think. Oh! Looks like that's him over there. Looks like that's these guys over here. Hey, good morning, gents.
Good morning.
How's it going? Welcome aboard.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you all?
Good.
I was unsure where to go. Like the map here just kind of stopped, and I was like, somewhere. Yes, that's what it's like, eh?
Yeah.
So one of you is JD,
Yeah.
and the other one is Tim and JD. I'm Binyam.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you both. Gents, I just wanted to give a quick heads up. I do an unusual thing in my Uber. I like to live stream my experiences.
Okay.
One, because I'm so vain and I think the whole world is about me. Just kidding, that's not the reason why. I just like sharing amazing experiences with my riders, and so don't talk about anything that's too personal for you guys.
Okay.
Awesome, yeah. Although you're probably thinking, we were just hoping to have a nap before we get to work.
Yeah.
Happy Monday. Is this when you guys usually start?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's helpful that you live together and you work together, right?
Yeah.
So you can kind of split the cost really well.
Yeah.
Did you plan that in advance?
Yeah. For 3 of us.
Did you plan that like before you moved here to Canada?
No.
Because that would be some amazing planning.
We're back in Manitoba.
So you're what?
We're back in Manitoba.
Oh, I see. So you moved out here together then?
Yeah.
But you met in Manitoba.
Sorry?
You met in Manitoba though, right?
Yeah.
I see. Gotcha. Cool. Please tell me your work is not outside though. Is it inside?
It's in the middle of the party.
Inside.
Like inside warehouse.
Inside a warehouse.
Yeah.
So at least you don't have to work in the cold then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. After working in the cold for many years, I think one of the things I'm super grateful for is not having to do outside work, right? That's pretty amazing. So if you start this early, I'm guessing you hopefully get to finish early. Is that true?
Yeah. Usually
like 4
4.
p.m. because we have like an hour of overtime.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Gotcha. What kind of work do you guys do?
We make a bed or mattresses.
No way.
Yeah.
Do they do that here in the city?
Huh?
They make mattresses here in the city?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
We do.
Okay, that's an answer I was not expecting.
Yeah.
So you're mattress makers.
Yeah, for sure. Because you kill that.
What's your official title, or what do they call you guys?
Just like a general laborer.
General labor.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it chill work or is it pretty
Yeah,
intense?
it's like chill work.
It is chill work, eh?
Sometimes it's busy.
It is, eh?
Could get worse, but you know.
Okay. What does a stressful day look like as a mattress maker?
Honestly,
Yeah.
probably like the people. Sometimes you
Gotcha.
know, you get to like, you know,
Like the people you work with.
yeah.
Does that mean like they're not the easiest people to work alongside?
Some people.
It reminds me, earlier I was talking about my experience when I used to work on the oil rigs. So a similar dynamic. They're not the ones that are going to be the easiest to work alongside. So it sounds similar to that.
Yeah.
But it's work. You got weekends off though?
Just one day.
Just one day?
Yeah, we work like Saturdays. as well.
Oh man, that's intense.
Yeah, because right now we're really busy because we got a lot of orders and stuff. So
I see.
they need more people in time. So
Yeah. Okay. So at least your paychecks are very healthy. No?
I guess you could say that a little bit because the taxes, like you know, like
Oh, they kind of
yeah,
dip in that way, right? So when you're making quite a bit, it takes more taxes.
Yeah,
Oh, isn't that painful?
yeah, that's a little bit.
Oh man, I hear that.
Yeah,
It's like, oh yeah, you're getting more hours, but then you get hit that way. Oh, that's
Yeah.
tough.
it's true. But yeah,
These are the things that I wish we'd gotten some fine print when we were younger, as kids, saying, here's what the challenging part of life looks like. Prepare for this, right? Because I don't know, when you were a kid, I don't know if you're like me, I was like, when I grow up, I can do anything I want. And it's true, but
Right.
there's also costs, right?
yeah. That's true.
Uh,
I guess that's life.
Yep. I mean, the nice thing is, I used to think as a kid that when I grew up, that was the end of all the fun stuff. Like, grown-ups don't have fun.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
so responsible and,
Yeah.
and they have to have everything figured out.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, I don't know, I was really nervous about growing up. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do this, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm grateful that as grown-ups, yes, it's responsibilities and difficult decisions and
Yeah.
all the things. But I'm also grateful that there is still an allowance for fun things. Like you can choose to have, I don't know, a night out, like I go dancing often, so I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of fun.
That's good.
I think so.
Yeah. That's good.
1 day a week, eh? I mean, I also have 1 day a week off, but I choose that because I actually love my job.
You do this full time?
I do this full time,
Oh,
yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, I do this full time.
Yeah.
I work about 23 hours a day, and then I sleep for 1 hour, and then I do it for. So I've been doing this for about 5 months now. 1 hour sleep a day.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't.
1 hour.
Wait, how long are you
I'm
living
kidding.
here?
I'm kidding. When I moved to Canada with my family, I was 8 years old.
You were 8?
8,
Oh.
so extremely young.
You're already living here in Calgary?
No, I grew up in BC.
Oh, BC.
Yeah, so
okay.
BC is where I grew up, and then I moved out here to Calgary to finish my school.
Okay.
And then I moved out to Saskatchewan for a few years,
Oh.
which was nice, but
Yeah.
I kind of fell in love with Calgary, and I said, I'm going to come back here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things here that I really, really enjoy. So, I mean, aside from the winter, the length of the winter is my only complaint, I think. But, no, I think this is an amazing city for so many reasons.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to come back here. And, yeah.
I think so too. It's a great city.
So you guys moved here from Manitoba, which is even
Yeah.
further east than I was.
Yeah.
When you compare the two, what would you say are the best features of Manitoba?
I don't know. Nothing. I mean, like, we live in this really small town. So,
Oh, really? Like tiny,
yeah.
eh?
Yeah, so really nothing to do over there. Like, it's flat
Oh.
out, like, nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say it's peaceful.
Yeah, it's peaceful though.
Peaceful.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that. That took hard work, didn't it, JD? To try. I think there's something good here.
Yeah.
Peaceful. I like that. I've ever since I moved to Canada, my family's always lived in small communities, though, and so as a result, I mean, I like if there's people, I'm happy. But I've known for a very long time that I like being in a place where there's lots of people, like a city. So Calgary is probably my first proper city being in Canada. I haven't lived in Vancouver. I've visited Vancouver often. I've heard of Toronto, Montreal,
Yeah.
you know, these other big places. I'd be interested to see if I also enjoy there, but I'm happy that I'm in a city where there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
But then a lot of people for you guys, I'm guessing you're from the Philippines, is that right?
Yeah.
So there's more people there, right? It's more populated in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so like coming here for you is probably feeling like there's not a lot of people
Yeah.
by comparison, yeah.
Like, we're used to like having a lot of people everywhere.
Now, does Canada feel like home for you or not yet?
Like home.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Honestly, like if you would ask me if I want to go back to the Philippines, no.
How many years have you been here in Canada for?
5 years.
5 years now. So, there's not much you miss from the Philippines.
I mean, some foods, yeah.
Oh, the food.
Yeah, the
of
food
course. That
stuff.
makes sense. Yeah.
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 You know, like here I could like work already and just buy whatever I want.
Sure.
But there, you have to like go to school and actually graduate for
Yeah.
you to be able to work still. So,
Okay.
yeah, like life there is a bit tough. I mean here it's tough,
It's tough
but
too.
you know.
Yeah, by comparison, right?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I get it.
So,
I last year I was looking at places that I would like to travel. I didn't travel very much when I was young, and I was thinking that's probably something I would want to do if I had the opportunity again. So I started looking at places online that would be fun to travel to.
okay.
And as I was looking, I discovered the Philippines and how gorgeous your country is.
Oh yeah.
And I said, oh my goodness, I should go traveling there. And so,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's kind of cheap right now.
When do you plan to?
not for a while. Well, this year, the big trip that I wanted to plan to take is I wanted to take a trip to a city that only exists for 1 week in the entire year. Have you
What?
heard of it? The way I just set that up is just very intriguing,
Yeah,
right?
In
Okay.
another country or like in the Philippines?
It's in the U.S.
Oh, it's in the US.
But this is like one of the most interesting experiences where the city only exists for 1 week in the entire year,
How is that possible?
and the population of the city is about 80,000 people.
80,000.
Yes.
That's a lot.
I know. In 1 week, it just all of a sudden comes into existence, and then it isn't there for
Gone.
Is
after.
it on Alaska?
It's not Alaska. Man, the way I set this up for you guys are like, what's going on
Which
here?
state?
Huh?
Which state?
Which state? Nevada, I think it is.
Nevada. Oh.
Tell me more. Are you guessing what it is?
No, like, I mean, I'm guessing it's a desert place. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a desert place.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Black Rock City?
Oh yeah, I think I heard that.
Tell me more. What have you heard about it?
I don't know. Like I watched like some YouTube.
Yeah,
videos,
video?
Like, yeah.
Let me tell you. So that's where I'm planning to go if I can make things work this coming year for my big trip. So recently, in the last 2-3 years, I've been involved in the Burning Man community here in the city, and it's been a lot of fun. Their big get-together annually is at Black Rock City. So there's a lot of principles for the Burning Man community that they follow, from leaving no trace, which means whenever they go to a place and do like their events, they always leave the place cleaner than they found it. They gift, so there's no money currency in this place. You're not allowed to buy or sell. Like, I mean, you have to pay tickets that are expensive to get there, but when you're there, there's no money. Everyone gifts things. They gift things from clothes to food to services to artwork to like so many things. It's just amazing. So much artwork, yeah. They believe in inclusivity. Like there's just so many things. And so that's where I'm gonna go this year.
Yeah.
And so when I say it only exists for 1 year, is everyone comes from all over the world to this place in Nevada.
So
Black.
which month of the year?
It's in late October, early No, sorry, late August, early September. Yeah, so late August, early September, like the final week there. And I mean, people come a week in advance and they start setting up the infrastructure. But if you can imagine the amount of like coordination that goes into setting up this functional city with its own post office, a hospital, even an airstrip as well, like everything, and everyone comes and it's all volunteer. It's like mind blowing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's quite the experience that has been happening for years, and so I mean, it's kind of changed a little bit over the years. I think because it's been so popular, there has been a bit of commercialization that goes with it. But there's, I guess I'm going to go and experience it for myself, and also find those who are still in it for those original principles, you know. And so that's the big trip I'm planning this year.
That's good.
But in my future, though, as my plans for, you know, like what I want to accomplish continue to progress, so many other places I would love to experience in the world, and the Philippines is one of them.
Oh yeah.
India, like Asia, is quite a space to like
Yeah.
to take in, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So you really like traveling.
I don't know. I've never done it. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of it, and I just don't have much familiarity. When I was younger, and you know, doing my academic career, I was doing that just because I'm like, this is what I was supposed to do, of course, right? I remember there's one job that I did as a tree planter, and it was like during the summer, one of the hardest jobs I've ever done. You know, you're in the middle of the woods where they've cut trees down and you're planting trees again, and yeah, really exhausting. But my one friend that I planted with, he would come tree planting for his holiday. Okay, he would come for his holiday planting trees, which is crazy because like all of us were like, this is not a holiday, this is hard work. Do you know what his real job was for the rest of the year? He would take the money he made all that summer and live off of that for the rest of the year, traveling, literally traveling the world. The kind of stories he would tell us, amazing. Like you could tell he had street smarts because of all the experiences, right? And every year he would try to convince me, saying, Biniam, like, come traveling with me, like, let's go. I'm like, it sounds so good. I want, like, you have all these amazing stories and experiences. And he would almost like convince me every year. And then at last minute I'd be like, no, I gotta do what I'm supposed to do, you know, with like doing an education and, you know, finding a career. And so that's one of the things I've often looked back on, Tim, and said, I wish I'd tried something different there. I wish I'd said yes. I think if I'd said yes, I might have learned a lot more about myself quicker. It took me a lot longer the way I took. So I would very much love the opportunity to go traveling. Yes. Yeah. Tell me, as far as you guys have come to learn about yourselves and what makes you you, what would your dream job in life be if you could choose?
Honestly, not because I wanna like just make money.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like do business and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like online stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're inclined to doing work online
Yeah.
in some setting, like, okay.
I was supposed to be an architect.
You were going to be an architect,
Yeah, I was supposed to be.
and
I got offered on the name. I didn't accept it.
why is that?
Because we moved with my mom in Manitoba.
Oh, I see.
So she doesn't have someone in there.
Yeah.
So I feel bad, so I go with him.
Ah, I see. So you kind of gave up your career option because you wanted to make sure your mom was okay.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, man. But if you could, you'd still be an architect.
I changed my path right now.
Okay. So you changed your path because it didn't feel like what you really wanted to do?
Yeah. Because I found something more interesting.
Tell me, what is it?
Lately. I was recently just started baking.
Amazing.
Yeah, this is supposed to probably soon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Or
you'd
just
love to be a baker.
go a bread artisan. Something.
Amazing, bro. Have you ever thought of that career as an artistic expression?
Yeah, when I was young, I was really artistic, but architecture was my one of those.
Yeah.
And then, fortunately, something happened, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I get it.
yeah. I got too many events before, like in high school.
Yeah.
It's still undecided.
Fair.
But my heart was an architect.
Yeah.
Then I was in a Alberta player as a badminton,
Okay.
and then didn't work out. Also, I
Yeah.
was wanted to be more,
Yeah.
but didn't get enough funds to
To go
to
through it.
excel.
Yeah.
I was stuck.
I see.
I gave up.
I hear you.
I just want to start it again, finding a new path.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
JD,
Yeah.
I'm probably 2 decades older or more than you both.
Yeah.
And I say that because I want you to hear my experience. I'm, what can I say? I'm really grateful where I'm at right now. Here I am doing this job. I've had so many people saying to me, for example, you've got so much experience, you've got all these degrees under your belt, like why do you settle for a simple job like this? Why don't you like take a corporate job or something that would pay you so much more or something like that, right? And what they don't know is I really value being enthusiastic where I'm at, doing whatever I'm doing. I could probably do many other things, yes, but I'm very aware of the thing that I want to accomplish in this world. I'm very aware of the way I want to enjoy what I do and make sure that when I get to the end of my life, I don't feel like, oh, I gave up what could have been, right? And so even in my 40s, my mid 40s now, I'm, here I am embarking on a new goals that I'm wanting to accomplish in my future. And I've made so many pivots in my life. And I love that we live in a season or a time in history where, like our parents, maybe once upon a time, they just stuck with the same career for a lifetime, regardless of if they liked it or not. That was not a conversation they had the courtesy of having, or the privilege, right? They were like, I just gotta get food on the table, right? But like we live in a setting where it's a grind. Like you were saying, Tim, it's a grind here. Like it's probably better than the countries where we came from, but we're still starting from scratch, right? And it's not an easy thing when you start with nothing. When you start with no money, when you start with no community, no connections, like so many things that are going against us, it takes longer to get there. But if I can encourage or inspire you in some way, I would probably say don't yield to saying I'll settle for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even while you're doing the grunt work right now that is in a setting that you may not enjoy, keep like fanning into flame those goals that you want to get to at some point and mapping a way to get there. The brilliant thing is right now we don't need to have like these souped up degrees that cost like hundreds of $1,000s from university. You know what I'm saying? There's ways that you can learn whatever you want to learn on YouTube, for example. And if you have the passion to be able to say, I'm going to commit to sitting through and learning my craft, learning my skill, and continuing to get better. And then you also have like here I am live streaming, for example, right? Right now, I'm starting from the very beginning, right? There's 1 or 2, 3 people, maybe max, who are on the live stream. And guess what? I'm totally thrilled. Do you know why? I'm going to remember these moments. I'm going to remember these moments when I was at the very beginning, when no one knew what I was doing. Because at some point in the future, it's going to flip. And my goal is there's going to be hundreds of thousands that I'm going to impact and reach with what I'm doing. Because I believe in my story, I believe in my mission, I believe in why I'm doing what I'm doing. And in the same way, when you have that kind of passion that says, this is what I'm aiming for, and you're very specific, when you're really committed that way, when you follow through and have that discipline, because here's what it takes. You work a full day at work. Most people will be like, now I'm off, I'm going to go home and sit on the couch and enjoy myself, and just kind of watch TV or whatever, play gaming or whatever. But for those who have a goal and a dream or a purpose that they want to accomplish, they're like, now this time here, I'm going to budget really well. I'm going to make sure I have my rest because I need to survive and still work. But I'm also going to devote some time as well in the midst of this all here to applying to my craft. I'm going to watch videos, I'm going to read some books, I'm going to practice as well on my way here, and the more we are willing to do these kind of things and sacrifice in the downtime, the more it's going to pay dividends as we start bringing value to this world in the way that we feel that we've been called to do so. So my encouragement would be very specific. Be very specific in continuing to dream your dreams in vivid color. You know what I'm saying? And tantalizing yourself and saying, I'm not settling for this current place that I'm at. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like just
Cool.
like living, you know, the hardship every single day.
Absolutely. It's great.
That makes me motivated every single day
Brilliant.
to, like, you know, do more. And,
Brilliant.
you know,
Yeah.
like put more effort. To,
Absolutely.
To my
Yeah.
goals and achievements that I want to achieve in the
Yep.
future. So.
And the better you get to know yourself, you might discover, like you were saying, JD, it used to be, architecture, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I think I'm going to pivot. Nothing wrong with that, because when we make space that we change over time, it becomes like a very interesting life to live. Because now we're like, I want to follow this curiosity or this passion or this interest. This came up along the way here, you know. And it's a power play. It's a power play in life where you're not following someone else's schedule for your life, where you're actually taking control of the wheel and saying, no, I'm gonna embark in the things that resonate with me, that speak to me, you know. Yeah. And that's, I think, what may serve in especially helping you in this current season to do all the dull things you have to do, you know, from working those overtime hours and trying to stretch your money a little further, especially when it's not coming in. Like, so many challenges along the way. And that's the guarantee I think that life gives, is in the midst of us pursuing, it's going to give us a fair dose of challenges along the way. But most of us would say, oh, I don't want those challenges. But what we don't realize is in the midst of those challenges is where we continue to grow and become more amazing. Imagine if life said, I'm going to give you easy street with no problems. You wouldn't really grow as a person. You just kind of walk into it. You wouldn't savor or appreciate what you have to work hard at. But when you have to like apply yourself to the grind, and when you work through it and you get to the other side, all of a sudden you're like, holy crap, I'm amazing. I did all this. And like, I mean, when I was younger, I did, like, when I look back at what I did once upon a time, I'm like, I was crazy. I don't know how I did like 3 different jobs, full-time student, have a family, and all this like within 24 hours. I was just like mind-blowing crazy. I wouldn't do that now. But that's the challenges I had to navigate at that time, right? Different set of challenges now, but in the midst of those unexpecteds, the real question is, are we willing to still get up in the ring? Are we still willing to put up our nose and say, let's get back in there again? And eventually, like, remain standing. That's and it's encouraging when you can do that in community. And you guys, sounds like you've had some time together, you know, like you can move here together, you're working together. That's a pretty amazing resource. Whoa, what's this guy doing? And in the midst of that resource, being able to encourage each other along the way, saying, okay, let's keep pushing, let's keep inspiring, let's keep encouraging each other this way, right? So, thanks for sharing. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it as well. I enjoyed it as well.
Trying to be consistent.
Absolutely.
Now I'm even more motivated, because usually I
Excellent.
procrastinate all
Yes.
the time,
Yeah.
which is really bad.
Sure.
But, you know,
Can I give you a suggestion?
yeah.
When you procrastinate, plan that procrastination time. Say, I know my pattern, and I like procrastinating. I'm going to give myself this amount of time for procrastination, and then I'll enjoy that so I don't feel guilty about it. But then I'm also going to plan this go time, and here's the goals I'm going to try and achieve. And if you're struggling with doing those things on your goal time, you know, that you're working towards, make yourself accountable by saying, who are the people in my life that I really fear but I really respect? I'm going to tell them my goals. And I'm going to tell them, here's my goal. I want to accomplish this by this time. Now you have a little bit of pressure,
Yeah.
because you're going to have to respond to those individuals in your life that you really respect, but also fear in a little bit. You're like, okay, I can't go back and tell them I didn't do it. I committed myself. I got to do this now, you know, kind of thing. So find those people in your life where you're like, who's going to light that fire under me when I tell them? Because it's a very scary thing. And most people say, I won't tell, and then they never get anywhere. But if you want to get somewhere, plan your procrastination time, enjoy it, but then plan your work time. And when you're planning your work time, know, I got to give a report to someone about my goal. It's my goal, but I've committed to this person to, like, you know, bring them in that way, right? So consider that.
Yeah, I'll try that for sure.
This is you guys on the right here, right?
could like drive a little bit over.
So that's absolutely, yeah. My goal is to save you steps. Yeah, tell me when to stop here.
Yeah, you can stop here.
Right here's
Yeah,
good?
yeah,
Okay.
right here is good.
Guys, so good to meet
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Have
Yeah.
a great Monday.
Yeah, you
You
as
got
well.
this.
Thank you for your all advices and
My
stuff.
Good luck, man.
pleasure. Thank
Yeah.
you, JD.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Goodbye, Jim. Wasn't that sweet, y'all? Okay, let me just catch up on some of these comments here. Yeah. Again, I rarely know what to anticipate in these rides, but that's the kind of thing that fills up my soul. And I don't know. Imagine, friends, getting access to these kind of engagements regularly, like not only daily but regularly throughout a day, and then compound this on like days, which make weeks, which so this is why I'm so grateful for what I get to experience in this setting, in this context, because there's such a beautiful amalgamation, if you will. There's such a beautiful element of, I don't know, building into other people's lives, right? And this is why I call this profound. Like, when you get to have that access, when someone shares with you those deeply held things that they really value, that not many people get to see, when they trust you with that, and then you get to speak into it, and then you get to encourage them, and you get to say, you got this. That's some good stuff right there. Oh, that's some good stuff. Yeah. Thank you for sharing in those moments. Let me just catch up quickly on some of the comments. Like I was saying here, 9 years in Canada, amazing. I've been here for many, many more. Canada is so far behind compared to the UK. Transport things being 24 hours. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people who would agree with you. Yeah. Whew. Friends, I'm gonna sign off on this live stream. Thank you again for being a part of it, and I'm so grateful I get to share these experiences with you. Like I said, like who would anticipate or expect that one could have this kind of caliber of connections in the setting of an Uber? And yet this is why I love what I do. That's why I love what I do, because it gives me that opportunity. And then I get to share that opportunity with you all. So grateful for this job. Uber, like I love, if you guys are watching Uber corporates and stuff, I know I reached out to you to let you know I'm doing these live streams and videos. And I know we've worked together in the past as well. But I'm so grateful for this idea. This was an idea once upon a time, right? Of what could be, and then someone put the ideas together and made this platform where we've got this technology that connects riders with drivers. So I'm so grateful for this job as an Uber driver. Oh, yeah, massively grateful. And I love, as one extension of myself, being able to say, how can I now share and bring value to this brand. I'd like to do it this way. I like to do it this way where there's an emotional connection that I make with the people that I get to connect with. Oh, so good. So good. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Cheers.